So in the Halloween episode I tried to kill this machine after repairing it. Yeah, that didn't work. So this is a survivor, but it's a very dirty survivor. And in this episode we are going to redesign the case. And I'm not a big fan of spray painting, so we are going the acrylic brush painting way. And my son will help me to style the case a little. We will first paint it black, clean the keys and all the good stuff, and yeah, let's see if we can make this a piece of art. So before we can actually go and paint this, we have to get the board out again, and I only put in one screw here to keep this closed. And we will just go ahead and see the board. The board is not even screwed in, so that's the bottom half. We have to clean this really good. I will take off this label. Not quite sure if we also paint the underside, but I guess we will. You have to remove the rubber feet first to make it really good. And of course we have to remove the keyboard from the case and these two badges and the LED. So in order to get the keyboard out, we have to unscrew all these screws. Okay, and here is the keyboard, and wow, it is extremely dirty. Whoa. Okay, so we have to clean this completely because this is just disgusting. So let's check the inside. It looks actually pretty good. Okay, maybe let's first take off the label here. So this is from an iFixit toolkit, not affiliated or sponsored, but it seems to work pretty well. No, look at that, came off quite nicely. So I will clean this off completely, put on new tape, clean that here off, and that is pretty much the difference between how this should look and how it does look. Let's try to do the same on the other side. But I guess we first have to remove the LED here. It was this ring which has to come off, I guess. If I recall this correctly, yeah. So you have to lift this little plastic ring, and then you can spread this little plastic holder here and pull out the LED, hopefully without destroying the plastic holder or the LED. Oh yeah, that was the plastic holder destroyed. And then you pull this out, and here's your LED. And then you can just push these legs through the hole here, and that gives you this little thing, and out it is. So there's a plastic ring holding this in place, and that goes pretty much over these. This is the outside of the ring, which sticks out of the case, and the ring goes over this right here and keeps this in place. So that is the way it goes. Okay, so that's out. Now let's see if we can safely remove this without destroying or bending. But I guess we have to first heat it up a little and take it off then. Okay, no problem. I have to clean the case anyway. Doesn't seem to be too scratched or anything, and if I use the magic eraser and some paint, this will look nice and clean again, or at least this will look unscratched. There's almost no texture here, so the texture is only in this area here, as you can see. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is on my other cases too, that there's no texture here and only texture here, because this is completely clean and scrubbed off, but it looks like it is manufactured that way. Okay, let's clean the case and then we go to paint it. Just wanted to quickly show you how dirty the case is. So I did clean to here, and you can see this is only dirt. There's a pretty clear straight line where the dirt is, and that is just disgusting. So I did remove the little label up here, came off easily, and now I'm going to wash this and you will see the result in a second. So this is the case after cleaning, and you can see it's still pretty yellow. This is supposed to be the real color, and yeah, it has a few dents, but I'm hopeful that we don't see them too much after painting. Here too. So this is by no means a perfect case, so I'm not too worried about painting it. And it might actually come out pretty nicely. So the plan is to paint this completely black and then go for some color accents. I had a little discussion with my son, and he said we shouldn't do the case in black. And he said we should try to mix the original color of the case with these brown and white colors. So we have an assortment of acrylic colors here. We're going to mix and match. So I have a bamboo plate here, which I already used for some color matching or color mixing. So whenever mixing colors and you try to get a light color, it's important that you start with the white and then just add some other colors. So since we have to paint a whole case, we're going to use two, because you don't want to mix the same color again, because it's almost impossible to match the color correctly. So I guess these colors cost me €1 or so in some store. Might not be the greatest colors, but we will put on some clear lacquer in the end, and I guess that will somehow do the trick. Okay, so now let's see what is the perfect color to match here. I guess we are trying this one, because if we go and try to dial this down a little, this should actually work. Let's see. Okay, so let's paint. Okay, we already see the problem here. The color's not even on all the sides, so not happy with this. After a few minutes of painting, we decided that this looks like shit and we are going to take the color off. Okay, that should do the trick. So let's go for round 2, and that round will be black. Okay, let's try the black one. This works better. Oh yeah, much better. If we do a second run, this will be completely covering the case. Okay, that still doesn't look great. That's because it's still very unevenly dried, and there are a few spots where the color is missing. So we'll have to add some color there, and we have to add color in the screw holes. I will do a second run, I guess, because I missed a few spots. So to get some color into the screw holes, I'm using a cotton swab with some color, and just paint inside. Okay, so now we let this dry, and then we take a look and decide what to do next. Okay, after some depainting in real life, this is the underside, which I'm not too happy with right now, so I will give this a second coat, and we will clear lacquer this in the end. And it's the underside, so I'm not too worried about that, but still I want to have it nice, so I will not go full Da Vinci on this thing here, but yeah. Second coating on the top side. We did a second coating on the bottom side, but just on the outside of the case. Yeah, we'll see how that comes out. So I'm pretty sure that if we put on the clear lacquer, this will get nice and shiny, and we will also have the colored accents, so wait for it. Okay, here we are. We put the case back together, and if Batman had a C64, I'm pretty sure this would be it. It's matte black, looks awesome. What we do now is, and that is why it's propped up like this at an angle, we will try to give it the rainbow colors and let them float over the case. I'm not quite sure if this works out. We will see. Yeah, so that's what we do next. This keyboard is really disgusting, but since you saw me clean a keyboard in the last episode, I'm not going to bore you with another one. So while the case is drying, here are the keys in the, I call it a bleach box. It's pretty much a plastic box with aluminum foil, and the keys are in there with some peroxide, and yeah, we'll see if that bleaching takes that nasty yellow color out of the keys, or at least the letters on the keys. And we will come back to this in about 24 hours and see what happened. It's 2 days later now, and well, on day one not much happened. So I had to come up with another solution. And if you know a little bit about retro brighting, you know that heat plays a vital role in this. So it's good to have these UV lights, and it's good to have this peroxide. But the main thing to get this whole process going is heat. And I bought something interesting, and that is this heat mat, and that is used to put it on your back if you have some back pain. It has a timer, can go up to 2 hours, and different heat settings. And I put this under the plastic box, and the plastic box heats, or some plastic, because there's some plastic foil on it. The water in the peroxide does condense and keeps all this nice and warm, just like in a greenhouse. So we have kind of a little greenhouse effect here, and I guess this did the trick. I wasn't sure if I could pull off a Sunday video this week because my son was at home homeschooling. School was closed because of too many corona cases, and yeah, so we did a project together, and wow, I think this machine looks pretty awesome. Didn't think it would come out that nice, especially because we used a brush to paint it, and that is a very unusual way. I use black acrylic color, or we use black acrylic color, and a very, very soft brush. And that softness of the brush, I guess, made all the difference, because it has a pretty nice texture, and it looked completely dull and matte when we finished painting it. But then came the clear lacquer, which is for cars usually, and this just made the colors pop. There's another point, and if you take a very close look at the keys, you can see they are almost white, and they were really yellow in the beginning. And that is thanks to my bleach box and the peroxide, but especially to this thing here. It's a heating blanket. So I did put this under my bleach box, and it created that greenhouse-like effect inside the bleach box. And the heat was about 40 degrees Celsius, I guess. And that actually activated the peroxide. I had it in there for 24 hours without the blanket, and there was almost no difference, still very, very yellow. And then I put in the blanket and turned it on for, I guess, 6 hours straight, and that made all the difference. So, and yeah, it just looks amazing. So this is by far the best bleached keyboard I have in my collection. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this project a success or isn't it? Try to save everything that was on here, including this label, which I put on back with double-sided tape. Same here, fresh double-sided tape here, fresh double-sided tape here. It's still the same machine we repaired in, I guess, episode 1. And yeah, I had this idea of the rainbow colors from the rainbow logo. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. My son would really love to know what you think, and if you think this project came out nice. The idea with the down-flowing colors was his in a different project, and we used this here again. And this has become one of my favorite C64s I ever had so far. So as a bread bin, it was beyond repair in terms of yellowing of the case. and now it's just a piece of art. Thanks for watching, and as always, until next time, bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Retro is the New Black. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you like the video, please share. Every like, share, and comment helps a lot. Until next time, bye-bye.